We are live. All I need to do real quick is cover up the bingo board in my stream. No one look.
Not looking.
There we go. It's gone.
Don't worry. I should also open my game, huh?
And
yeah, I have a game. I just
my
need it.
Here is... Oh, we lost Ihu.
He's probably off to his own game now. He will be missed.
Yep. Yes, I see people arriving in private match 4 for Hihu's game. Yes.
Because Ihu, I think, just got his own game. Self-casting against...
Okay, let me get y'all streams up real quick. How are y'all feeling? Do y'all feel well practiced?
As much as I'm going to be.
I was telling Parchment the only practice this week was to make sure that it's not going to take me another 55 minutes to do 9 double stars.
That is one that I have not practiced and probably won't. I like a little bit of Rail Heist casually, but I can't play it fast.
I practiced no other goals in Rail Heist, just that one. And I assumed the double stars would at least hopefully translate into the 4 crates in Tactful. I hope. If everyone's dead, it becomes a lot easier, I guess.
I guess. I don't know how well that is because there's some much faster routes. I don't know if I've fully done that one, but I know at least like the first 2 things, how to get a very fast full crate out of the car without doing any Devil Star stuff.
Kill everyone. Can't like punch boost. I didn't practice any of the goals were like, because I think one of the goals you got to beat the final 2 levels or something.
Oh yeah, that one's.
I've never even played the final 2 levels. That's one of those games that like I want to play more casually before I like learn it for bingo.
Yeah, that's why I haven't even dusted Disconia yet. Like that's giving something away, I guess. But I dusted it in a practice profile one time just to see how the flow of the game worked. But I'm like, this game is really cool, and like it seems like something that's gonna be super fun. So I don't want to like ruin it with the bingo goal. Like Portal 2, I completely ruined it with the bingo goals. I never actually played the game.
Well,
Disconia is a lot more difficult to ruin because it's a lot more of the strategy to it, and like you're never going to touch any of the back half of the campaign.
Yeah,
and
most
there
of them are
the
better to do in the quick match. Like,
I mean, there's some campaign levels.
Okay.
But yeah.
Let me get things...
I'm ready.
finalized here. Okay, gamers. Are y'all feeling set?
I think so.
Yeah, as set as I'm gonna be. This is...
The winner of this match will be facing off against Hugh in the finals, and the loser will be facing off against me for third.
That's an intimidating... Either one of those would be an intimidating fight.
Hugh is arguably a lot more intimidating. We did a bunch of practice rounds
Hugh's a lot more intimidating,
last week too, and I never beat him.
I've beaten him once. He's beaten me once, so if I make it there, it would be the tiebreaker match.
Oh, there you go, basically 50-50.
Yep.
If I lose this, I'm not putting this into the universe, but if I lose this, and then I play you, and then I lose that, and Parchment wins, we would just basically finish in our seeded order.
All right. Well, if y'all are set, I'm going to go ahead and have both of y'all deafen. Just as a reminder, we're playing to 2 hours, 15 minutes instead of 1:45. And if we hit time and we're still at a tie, it goes into sudden death. The next square claimed wins.
All right.
All right. Well, good luck to both of y'all. If y'all get 2 deafens in, I will see you on the other side.
Good luck, and see you on the other side.
Good luck. See you on the other side.
All right. That is both players deafened. The council shall decide who advances. It's all an internal meeting. All right, that is 2 readies. And they are off. Let me go ahead and get this board up. I'm playing some nice relaxing music today instead of the usual. Because it's a nice relaxing match. There's no stakes whatsoever. It's hi, little miss. Alright, so looking at this board, first thing I see is Night Manor Gold Disc center square. That's super valuable center square and super duper quick. Our generals are Metroidvania, which is Porgy, Vanger, and Golfaria. You have to defeat 2 bosses in 4 different games, collect 8 gifts, and collect 2 cherry discs. Our very hards are Ninpek Hard Loop, which is not easy, and Big Bell Race Gold Disc with no deaths. Also kind of a wild one. And they are off. Looks like Vanstrummer's going for that center square first thing, and Parchment is going into Minion Max. That is Slay the Water Bear. That's super duper quick and will also give them progress in bosses. I respect this Gold Disc play. Night Manor Cherry is a lot different from Night Manor Gold Disc route. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're just going for the Gold Disc here. I'll turn this music down just a bit. I actually turned it down a lot, my bad. Looks like Parchment is not going for the clip through the pot here. They're going the all-natural way. Not a lot to say here. This is a clean Gold Disc from Vanstrummer so far. And Parchment does seem to know this route well enough. There is some synergy here with Seaside Drive, beat Stage 2, and collect a coin by winning in a bonus game. Looking here to see if there are other multi-game goals here. Parchment has the dynamite, just needs to go kill the water bear, and then they get that first square. Ooh, took a death to the water bear. That is rough. Just gonna collect that star. Oh, actually, no, we do have enough. We're just gonna buy another dynamite and go again for it. To my knowledge, there's not another easily defeatable boss in this game. So we probably won't see the play for the second boss. Shrinking down just a tile to the right here. And getting a max HP, so maybe that's not so bad. That is the Gold Disc for Vanstrummer. Oh, and I reckon we did get the gift there when we escaped. Go ahead and mark that. And we are going into Waldorf. This is read 5 signs. Also a very easy gift if we decide to go for the 50%. Parchment going for Porgy. Let's see here. I think that's just Metroidvania in Porgy. There is a Golfaria synergy with that Metroidvania square. Pivoting out and into Minion Max. Then realizing that the Minion Max square is claimed. Going back into Waldorf. Collect 3 fuel tanks. Yeah, this one's going to be very, very quick. Vanstrummer also going into here, but I think is going to lose this race. Parchment has a very good lead. Not taking the optimal route here, I don't think. I think you generally want to go up in that uppermost route, but this will get them there. This is not bad at all. Technically, defeat 2 bosses is possible in this. I will be shocked if either player goes for that. That's pretty insane. I might be wrong about optimal route. Vanstrummer seems to be going on the same route. Oh, getting cut off by Lamia here. But she's very polite. No issue from Parchment there. Parchment is going to snipe this from Vanstrummer. Good idea not holding there. Do need to collect 3 abilities in Porgy for Metroidvania. Might not be seeing that. Vanstrummer does not seem to see it yet. And Parchment going for the goal that Vanstrummer was going for earlier. Vanstrummer pivoting. That is 1 sign for Parchment. And I don't think Vanstrummer got one before they had to quit out last time. But progress does save. Instance rule does not apply to the Waldorf signs. So the first sign spotted for Vanstrummer. There we go. That is 1 each. Oh, 2 on screen for Parchment. That is the second one for Vanstrummer. Second for Parchment. Ooh, fell just short there. Really clean. That is the third for Parchment. Resetting to do it again. I think that's smart. Again, instance rule does not apply, so resetting is totally fair here. It'd be rough if Vanstrummer gets sniped again here. They've not really had a lot of time to capture anything on the board. That is the third for Vanstrummer, as well as the gift. That is 2 gifts for Vanstrummer. That is the 4th for Parchment. They only need 1 more. They are coming for your teeth. Oh, barely not able to fight the wind there. And overshooting it, too. Parchment just 1 away, and Vanstrummer needs to get 2. And there's the 1 for Parchment. That's his 5th. Sniped again from Vanstrummer. Sticking in it, maybe going for the cherry. We do already have the gift for Vanstrummer. No, we are pivoting. Parchment is sticking in for the gift. Maybe the cherry? No, there we go. Alright, what's next? Parchment going for the Seaside Drive double play. I really like that. Even though Seaside is an auto-scroller, that is good double trouble. Vanstrummer in for Paint Chase. That has just beat 6 courses. That is not bad at all. I have to actually pull up and see what the gift is for Paint Chase. Beat 12 levels. Yeah, we're not seeing that. Yeah, early on, Parchment just having some really good board dominance here. It is hard to come back from being sniped so often, but it's not impossible. I think the Seaside Drive double play here, it sets up column 4 bingo, which is not too bad. That is a good looking line, in my opinion. And it also does block column 5 and row 2, leaving just row 1, and that's it for Vanstrummer. So it's a very, very good, strong play from Parchment. Not to mention the gift and boss progress from Seaside Drive. Not much to say here. This is some really good paint chase gameplay. Well, I don't know about really good. I don't know anything about paint chase, but more blue than red. And this is certainly Seaside Drive. Well, I suppose we did both get food in Waldorf's. Let me go ahead and mark that. This is the first boss for Parchment. And we are still deathless. So as long as we're able to maintain that, we'll be able to do the bonus game. Wow, that's Caster Curse. My bad, man. Sorry, Parchment. I always think it's going to be okay, and then I say something, and it's not okay. This paint chase is looking tight. I don't know about that. Ooh, barely over the edge. 6 points. Parchment making their second run at this. I believe this is course 4 or 5 in Paint Chase. Vanstrummer seems very confident in their Paint Chase gameplay. Yeah, super strong. Well above the goal there. This is course 6 for Vanstrummer. After clearing this, they will have that square. Luckily, this double play from Parchment is blocking everything but that row 1 bingo. I'm not sure how confident Vanstrummer is in the rest of those games, but we do already have some progress banked in Porgy, and this will be a good row 1 goal. So we may see a row 1 push as their win condition here. All right, back on the Parchment, or back on boss 1 for Parchment. I'm not even going to say any comments on it. Better safe than sorry, right? Ooh, barely passed it. Nice work, Vanstrummer. Where to next? Camp 3. I'm not sure what we're looking for in Campanella 3. Oh, Seaside Drive. This is going to sting. Hopefully Parchment does not hold this bonus game square if they get it. Because Vanstrummer is going to be stuck in here for a really long time. This is an impossible game to get ahead in. Basically, all you can do to gain speed is beating the boss quickly, and Parchment is a whole level ahead. And as the bonus game for Parchment, giving them that gift. They did mark. Is Vanstrummer going to see that and pivot out? They are pivoting out. Campanella, there is a double play here. They can have 25 lives and 20,000 points, and that's a double boss play. Vanstrummer seeing that and going for it. I think that's a very strong move. That will also give them a gift, too. Right now, they're 2 for 2 in gifts. Again, Parchment has put Vanstrummer in a really unfortunate position very quickly. Only 12 minutes and all but 1 bingo is blocked. That is putting Vanstrummer very heavily on the back foot. Looks like we're not going for coffees here. That is the quickest way to get score outside of the bonus games in Campanella. Going for the ones that we know, though. This one is pretty easy to find on your own. Parchment nearing the end of level 2 here. Just a couple more little waves, then the 3 ball waves, and then we're into the boss. Onto the first bonus game in Campanella. We are looking for 20,000 points and 25 plus lives. 25 lives does take a little bit longer. Usually we end up going into the second world in Campanella, but if we're going for 2 bosses as well, then that's not an issue. Very good bonus game gameplay here. Controlling the center is really strong. Yeah, we cleared it. Very good, Vanstrummer. Taking a death in Seaside Drive, but 3 is still plenty. It's kind of weird. The frame rate that their stream is at, the car was just invisible while it was flashing. We're about halfway to that score goal. And we are on the boss in Seaside Drive. That was the gift at 15 lives. Let me go ahead and mark that. All right, and that is the boss down. Very good, Parchment. Stage 2 clear. That is their other square. Going into Golfaria here. This is hit 3 Eagles. I don't know the Golfaria Eagles, so I'm gonna watch this one and play it by ear. Potentially going for the double play here towards the Metroidvania goal, but also I wouldn't be surprised if we are just blocking the last 2 bingos available for Vanstrummer. I think I was saying before that row 1 is their only option, but column 3 is also still potentially an option, at least until Parchment takes this goal. That's the first boss for Vanstrummer. Very good. About 5,000 points away from the point goal we're going towards, and that is one of the 2 bosses. Still 8 lives away from this goal, and World 2 could be kind of a points drought, and a lot of these levels are easier to take deaths in. So we really want to be taking those coffees if we can find them, but Vanstrummer seemed to not remember a lot of the locations here. That is 1 eagle for Parchment. Hopefully it's not 2 and I missed one. Getting the coffee, but taking a death for fuel there. The half 25 lives goal is probably looking pretty valuable to Vanstrummer for how aggressively Parchment is marking squares. That bingo threat in column 3 is probably pretty scary to them. Especially since we know that they would have gotten 2 bosses from... that is 2 eagles in Golfaria, by the way. We know that they got 2 bosses from Seaside Drive because they beat stage 2. So that goal is probably looking very scary and very valuable for Vanstrummer. Playing this very well here. That is 20k. And only 5 lives away from that. Marking the 20k, not holding. That is fair. We see the eagle. We got the eagle. That's all 3. That is every possible bingo blocked for Vanstrummer. He can now only win by majority, and we are 6-3. This is a really strong advantage from Parchment. Parchment going into Velgress, collect all 3 keys in a single run. This will also set them up for the cherry. But Vanstrummer's getting really close to 25 lives, so this bingo is not going to be a valid route for Parchment for long. Although Parchment may also just be trying to force this into majority, given how aggressively they've been marking all of these squares. Super close now to 25 lives. This is... We have 2 more levels before the boss, though. 1 more life here. Ooh! Hitbox almost entirely overlapping with the water there, but we are taking a death anyway. Dang, that's rough. Vanstrummer has all the time in the world, though. I think as long as they stay dedicated to this goal, it is so unlikely that Parchment is going to snipe them on it. I know a lot of players are avid deniers of Velgress being valid in Bingo. It's a game that, if you are stressed out, is a lot harder to play. So it's a good thing that Parchment has put themselves so far ahead of the game, and they have not very much reason to be stressed out right now. We are on the second boss in Campanella. And Vanstrummer knows ball. We don't take a single death. Still have 3 more lives left to reclaim, and we are in my opinion, one of the hardest areas of the game. Those ghosts do not play nice. Parchment still stuck in the climb in Velgress. Claiming the second key in the second level in Velgress will also give them the gift. As of now, they are 2-3 on gifts, with Vanstrummer in the lead. Ooh. Spawning the ghost there is a little scary. We want to make sure that we're smacking this fire to maintain fuel. Exiting the level before claiming that last 200 points is a safe move. I respect that. Vanstrummer's skipping the coffee here again. They do not seem to have a map or anything pulled up for the coffees. Maybe hoping just to make all of this back in the bonus game. And they did perfectly clear the first bonus game, so that might be a totally fine strategy for them. We did take another death, though. We need to make 4 lives now. And I did miss it there, but that is 2 keys in Velgress. They are now in the last level that they need for that. I would be shocked if they quit out after the 3rd key, because... Oh, that is rough. We did at least get the gift out of that. That is progress banked. Vanstrummer very close to this. There it is! 25 lives. Still playing, though. Not looking at the life counter just yet. Very solid play, Vanstrummer. Yeah, no reason to stick around in there now. Oh, I did forget to mark 2 bosses in Campanella. I bet. Going into Mortal 2. This is in one run, get eaten by all 4 worms. Also, a very easy cherry. 2 cherry discs on this card specifically is really not bad. Mortal 2 is an incredibly quick cherry, and oh, seeing a message here. Slow down. What is that for? This is a tactics slowdown. Win a rank 160 battle. Probably unwinnable right now. They do have their moves per turn set at 2, when you can set it to unlimited. So they are probably not going to make much headway until they change that. I'm not familiar with the route for this Mortal 2 goal. Yeah, Parchment now probably thinking that this is an incredibly absurd and unfair goal, because it is the way that they're playing it. Ooh, holding our teleport. Unfortunate for Vanstrummer. But that's alright. Still only doing 2 per. That is a really rough pitfall to be falling into. But yeah, as I was saying, this is a very, very good board for cherries. Mortal 2 is very quick. Waldorf is very quick. Velgress is not necessarily quick, but... Alright, that is 1 worm. It's not necessarily quick, but one of the goals on here basically sets it up. That Bell Race is on here. That is a very easy cherry. This is just a wonderful board for cherries, and they only need 2. I'm not sure how conducive the Eaten by 4 Worms and Cherry are. Like, I'm not sure how easily those are completable in the same run, because I'm not familiar with this Worms route. That's 2, I believe. But also, if they mark more than 2, then I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not really sure. Parchment still throwing themselves against this goal. Until they realize that they can change moves per turn to infinity, this is an uncompletable goal as far as I'm concerned. Big Bell Race. We are either going for the cherry here or gold with no deaths. Gold with no deaths seems pretty brutal. I haven't seen that goal before. But a lot of the deaths in this game are kind of just at the whim of the other pilots. I reckon with some good flying, though, and just staying as far away from the other pilots as possible, this is all well and good. That is 3 worms, I believe. 4. Very nice, Vanstrummer. Pivoting out, not going for the cherry. Going into Velgress. Maybe going for a cherry rush here? No, pivoting out of Velgress. Probably plotting our next moves here. It is now 6-5. Vanstrummer coming back very well here. I didn't see whether or not we got the gift there. I think we took a death? No, we must have gotten the gift, didn't we? I'm going to go ahead and mark it. Parchment going for the cherry here, I reckon, because it would be an incorrect move to go for worms. But this is not the cherry route. No other Mortal 2 goals that I'm seeing here. Going for 2 abilities in Vanger for Metroidvania. And if one of them is the Heat mod, I don't know the route, I imagine one of them is the Heat mod, then that will also be a gift here. I think we're going in for a gift rush here for Parchment. It looks like we're going for a switch for the gift. And that is correct. That is 5 gifts for Parchment. This is a super quick one, just 3 sandwiches. Got 1, but we took a death for it. I don't think that's an issue. It is unfortunate that Metroidvania is on this card, because these are the games that I know the least. I know Porgy from my casual playthrough. That is the gift in Ninpek. Going into Camouflage. Skip with 2/3 collectibles or more on 7 levels. I believe that that will also give them the 30% that they need for the gift. That is a clever double play for them. And that is the Heat mod for Vanstrummer. That is the gift. Not much to say here about Camouflage. They know the route, so it's solid Camouflage. Everything here is perfectly in order. That is a Walker boss for Vanstrummer if he kills it. Yeah, it's melted. Just needs one more boss and then we get that progress for Vanger. Oh, and that is a food item collected in Camouflage as well. Sorry about that. And in Ninpek. Again, not really a lot to say here. I don't know Vanger enough to comment on it, and this is simply Camouflage. We're just running through it. It is 3 levels with 2 of 3 collectibles. Ooh, real close to a death there in Vanger, but hanging on barely. Dang. That is another level for Parchment. 30% must be right around the corner at this point. This will be the second boss for Parchment as soon as they are done. Technically, I think that alone counts for 2 bosses, because I think this is a pair of 2 bosses. But either way, that is 2 bosses. Very well done. We just need one more ability here, and we will have that progress for Metroidvania. Not sure how close to that we are, though. That is 6 levels for Parchment. This one will be the 7th. I must think that we have the gift by now. That is Metroidvania progress for Vanstrummer. Very well done. Oh, and multi-mod from Latom Sector. I did not even see that. Really smart double play there. Parchment immediately going into Vanger. I don't know about that. Must only be doing that for Metroidvania progress at this point. Or heat mod for the gift. I'm going to go ahead and assume that we did get the camouflage gift there. I think that must have been 30%. So I believe the heat mod here will finish out that gift square. Vanstrummer going into Big Bell Race. We are either going for the cherry, gold disc with no deaths, or just going for the gift, which would be a mistake at this point. Parchment is very ahead of that. Ooh, kind of getting swamped in the middle of all those other Campanellas. Not the greatest idea for trying to be deathless, but it worked out. I hope for Vanstrummer's sake that this isn't a gift rush, because I do believe that it'll be a losing one. But I'll go ahead and mark that. It is a gift rush. That is unfortunate. In Ninpeck for 3 sandwiches here. They need to get 3 gifts total before Parchment enters the next room, which is super stressful. And that is the... Oh, never mind. I don't know why I thought that was his 3rd sandwich. But this is the gift for Parchment here. I expect them to mark that square. I appreciate the check. Thank you, Parchment, for confirming it. And solid play. We are now 8-6. Parchment has the lead on food items. Vanstrummer has the lead on Metroidvania and bosses. Vanstrummer going into Golfaria to push that Metroidvania goal. And Parchment is in Fist Hell. I imagine we're doing a food rush here. I would not be surprised if we stick around for the second boss, though. That's food, and we're pivoting. Going into Hyper Contender, there's no food there. Going into Valbrace. No food there, to my knowledge. There's a drink. Okay, going into Kit Club. This does have food. We have found a game with food. Hello, Bot Thoughts. There we go. You got it. Just need 3 more. Going for the dim sum here. We only need 1 ability here in Golfaria. I don't know Golfaria enough to know which one's the right one, but that didn't look good. Yeah, worthy of a pivot, maybe? There's the dim sum. Dang! Vanstrummer again going for a goal that will be immediately sniped by Parchment. Parchment just needs 2 more food items here. But that is 1 for Vanstrummer. Oh, and he also did get the Ninpeg sandwich earlier. Spending a lot of time thinking about it. It's going to bite you in the butt. There's the chicken. Just 1 more needed for Parchment. And we're going for combatants. Super quick. That is a 1 for Vanstrummer. But I don't think it will matter. Yep, that is technically all they need. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it. But looks like they're going to be polite and bring it on back. Yep, there it is. Vanstrummer noticing, question mark? Probably going for 2 bosses here. I like that play. We only need 2 more sets of bosses. Parchment still in combatants. I don't know why. Oh, slay a spider. I know why. Not much to say here about combatants. I don't really know this game super well. Vanstrummer did tell me earlier, as you may be able to tell by their flying Octavio dialogue, they did recently pick up Cyber Owls, and they've been having a lot of fun with it. And you can definitely tell by this gameplay. This is some very high-scoring Congo. We are good at keeping that combo up for sure. Setting up the quick kill here as well. Not quite landing it, but I do think that rightmost barrel did deal damage. Yeah, you got him. That is one boss. I think technically the next quickest is like Gwyn and Octavio are like tied for the quickest, but you do need to know Gwyn's map. And Octavio is not exactly foolproof, so I do respect this play. I don't think we're mashing here, although maybe we are and I'm being silly. Parchment, again, just staying steadily in the lead this whole game. It's been putting them in a really comfortable position. Being able to block every single possible bingo for Vanstrummer, I think, has kept them on the back foot this whole time. Vanstrummer is not mashing. You can mash to fire and get through this a little bit quicker. We'll see if we know the safe spot here. It's a lot harder to do if we're not mashing, though. It's easy to take a death or two here. Alright, we did get it. Didn't lose a life. Well, took a little damage, but... Some really solid combatants, by the way. Sitting in the safe spot in Cyber Owls. And clearing this level for Parchment. I'm not sure which level has the spider, but I do know that that's a gift. Not that it matters. Gift is done. And to my knowledge, the spider is not a boss. Entering into the same level. Spider Nest is probably where you'll find a spider in this game, if I was to wager a guess. Taking a death to Road Toad, but we are sitting on a plentiful bounty of lives. It is no issue. That is Road Toad down. 2 bosses again for Vanstrummer. He just needs one more set. Going into Fistel. This is another very fast set of 2. And we are brawling with this spider. No way this thing loses this fight. That is so much damage. Or no way this thing wins this fight, I should say. That's a spider slain. Going a little crazy there. Very excited to mark that square, it seems. Parchment is now 3 squares away from the victory. Going into Party House, beat a random scenario, having purchased the maximum number of old friends and rich pals. I've seen this goal done several times, and I still don't know, like, the optimal way to go about it. But Let's look at the seed. Got drivers, dogs, Cupid. Our trouble prevention is very, very good here. Looks like we're relying on caterers. Well, never mind. Let's try the seed. Got Cupid here for trouble prevention. That's not bad. Private investigators for the econ, which I like. Yeah, this looks doable. Sorry about that. Vanstrummer does seem comfortable in Kit Club. We do know how to stun lock these bosses, which is very valuable. And taking a death here is not the end of the world. It will reset us back to the start of the level, but we don't need to do anything without dying. We don't need to worry about sitting on a lot of money. There's no reason to reset if we end up going back to the start of this level. I'm liking this setup for Parchment. Using wrestlers and hippies for trouble prevention and rock stars and gangsters for econ and popularity. That's very strong. I think this will work out for them. Ooh, unlucky set of newcomers there. There is a pizza in this last car, if Vanstrummer knows about it. They're looking a little worse for wear. I think it would be a good idea to get it. Or fries, not a pizza, sorry. Yeah, very solid fist held. We like to see it. Skipping the healing item in that trash can up there. Actually, no, I think that's cash up there. You know, I cherried Fistel for the first time like the other day, and I still don't know anything about it apparently. That is 2 bosses for Vanstrummer. They can now claim the square, and they do. Going into Big Bell Race now, either going for gold disc with no deaths again or cherries. I said it before, I really like that cherry square on this card. Mortal 2 and several different lovely options for cherries otherwise. Parchment running into a lot of trouble in this party house square, though. This is the second reset. Got private eyes for econ and caterers for popularity, I suppose. It's alright. That's really unlucky. All 3 wild buddies right at the start. That's wild, buddy. I wouldn't be surprised if Vanstrummer is going for this Big Bell Race goal to try and block a bingo, although Parchment is not pushing that bingo. I think Parchment is very comfortable going for majority at this point. Ooh, it's scary. We back away from the other pilots. Dang. Blue, like, hanging behind just to give Vanstrummer some trouble. Vanstrummer's still comfortable here. Staying awful close to that bomb, though. Yeah, it's alright. That is stage 2 down for Vanstrummer. Hey, Hugh. How did your match go? Man, unlucky for Parchment. All 4 wild buddies pretty early on in the Rolodex there. Sleepy got a 30-minute bingo and held 3 of the squares. Rough! Sleepy's playing dirty now. Held 3 of the squares. They're not messing around. This match has been pretty exciting. Parchment has backed Vanstrummer into a corner very early on. We had all but 2 of the bingos blocked in like 10 minutes or something like that. Mean to a first-timer. Oh god, they were playing a first-timer, weren't they? That's funny. Parchment running out of days to complete this. Yeah, pivoting from that. Going into Big Bell Race. Vanstrummer does have the lead here. I wouldn't be surprised if Parchment is considering pushing that column 5 bingo here. Snow Death's goal is sketch, though. Big Bell Race is not the most, like, RNG-free game. The good news is that it's just gold disc. You can lose a couple of first places. You don't need to get first place every single race. So if it's a better idea to lag behind and not get killed, you might as well do that. Hugh, you can feel free to hop in the voice chat if you want. Vanstrummer does know the checkpoint exploits for these maps. Oh! Unfortunate we are taking a death there. Maybe just going for the cherry now. All good, Hugh. That is rough to lose the no deaths, like 6 stages in. Parchment also taking a death, though, and pivoting. Into Disconia. The other thing that will secure that bingo for them, should they choose to pursue it. Destroy 2 enemy discs in 1 shot. theoretically not hard, but you never know. Disconia is wild. We are specifically looking for powerful pieces and easy to kill enemies. I think Parchment may be liking that set of 2 little guys there. Typically, I like to go for the having a dragon or an ogre on my side for this. I think the bigger pieces are very good, at least for me. But I like the strategy from Parchment. I think going for these 2 little guys can work out really well for them. Wow, Vanstrummer getting thrashed around by those enemy pilots. We are on 8 of 8 for Vanstrummer. Still on track for Cherry, unless I'm mistaken. There would be no reason to be here if we weren't. Still looking for the right shot here, it would seem. Not quite 2 pucks there. That is the cherry for Vanstrummer. I imagine going for Mortal 2? Yep, we sure are. I like that play. Again, this is a super good card for cherries. This is just a really lovely set of games. Is this it? Oh! That is terrible, Parchment. Oh, no. Literally 1 pixel away from it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see any discs after that either. Going into Mortal 2, I think it is at this point a mistake to go for a cherry race. Vanstrummer does have the whole Big Bell Race cherry in front of them. There's nothing else really to be doing in here. This is still a very winnable game for Vanstrummer. Parchment has been running into a lot of trouble in everything that they've been going into. And Vanstrummer does still have progress banked in Metroidvania for Vanger. It's unfortunate that we couldn't get that Big Bell Race very hard, but it's very hard for a reason. No shame in that whatsoever. Vanstrummer seems very, very comfortable in this cherry route, too. It's just incredibly fast. Yeah, I personally always bomb that fly nest. I know it's quicker technically not to do that, but I always end up in loads of trouble from it. Not for Vanstrummer, though. He's doing alright. Short of a disaster here, I think Vanstrummer has got this secured. Although I have cursed already this match. I should maybe just shut up about that. One more bomb and we got it. Very nice, Vanstrummer. There's that cherry. And there's the mark. Parchment going back to Disconia. Vanstrummer going for Velgress. Technically speaking, this Velgress goal is very quick on paper, but it's Velgress. Who knows? This is a really good map for Parchment. There's a lot of like really tight spaces here. Wow, we almost got it right away. No, that was such a good map. That is unfortunate. Hopefully it pays off for them though. Spiders here. That is really good. Does buffing a spider let it do damage? I don't think so. That sounds like it would be broken. That's the first key for Vanstrummer. And a death for Vanstrummer. Yeah, remembering that Velgress is not easy. Going into Golfaria. I like this. We got really, really close, I believe, to our first ability. But suffered an unfortunate death. Resetting again for Parchment. I really liked that one castle map for Parchment. That seemed like a really, really good one for them. Using the Bard on a dragon, though, is pretty good. And there's a lot of water on the enemy's side. That'll also definitely play into Parchment's favor here. Oh, that is a fish, man. I was like, no way the cleric is executing their own friend there. Vanstrummer, very good at Golfaria, it would seem. But this is where we ran into trouble last time. Rolled right off the side of this. No! That stings. Go for it again. You got plenty of time. That was close, Parchment. Spider just killing itself. I like this. There it is! Nice one, Parchment. Very good. Are we pushing the bingo now? We are. I still think Parchment's best move is to not... Oh, no, we are not. We are going to Velgress. My bad. Parchment just needs 2 more squares to claim majority. We still have about an hour left in the game, so I would be surprised if this ends up going to tiebreaker. A buffed spider does deal damage. Wow. That's insane. I never knew that. Galfaria looks like it's still giving Vanstrummer a little bit of trouble here. I really ought to learn the Galfaria routes. I just dislike the game so much. It's one of those games that I don't want to play in Bingo just because I don't enjoy playing it. But it's valuable for sure. There we go. That is a power-up in Galfaria. We just need 3 in Porgy, and then that is Metroidvania. I'm not sure which 3 are the quickest here. Definitely Buster Torpedoes. I'm not sure what else outside of that. We are on to level 3 in Velgress. Still best to not get comfortable in Velgress, though. Unfortunate, yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the call.
Here to make your life just a little bit easy.
It's pretty much the slow part of the map now. I mean, all the generals except Metroidvania are gone. Parchment was in Porgy earlier, so they do have some banked progress in it, but I don't think that counts, does it?
I'm sorry, repeat the question. I had a moment of double audio because I didn't mute your stream.
Oh, it's all right. I thought that Vanstrummer was putting a question mark in chat after claiming a bunch of fuel, but they were putting a question mark in chat because they heard the Discord ping.
Oh yeah, that's my bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good. They are back in the saddle. It does seem like the game is Parchment's to decide at this point. They do only need 2 more squares, but Velgress is an unforgiving one, so I wouldn't be surprised if Vanstrummer is able to pull this.
Yeah, we all know how hard a Velgress Gold Disc could be.
Mora in chat says, Buster Torpedoes, Motor, and Drill are the 3, all gettable on 7 fuel. I only know Buster Torpedoes as far as, like, playing this game for Bingo.
So, with the Buster Torpedoes, now we're heading for the motor. I think this is the motor.
Ooh, that was clutch from Parchment. That was very good.
Yeah, you can keep focusing on the Velgress, and I will focus on the much more relaxed, smooth, casual Porgy.
We are once again on the 3rd level, 1 coin short of the double jump, which is kind of rough.
Sleepy got most of the way to doing the cherry disc without jump pad or upgrades goal.
Insane.
Like, he had the 3rd key. Oh, no floor.
Oh, saved by the
Found
squid,
the
though?
floor.
No!
Just need the key.
No, we got it, we got it, we
That's
got
the
it!
goal.
Very nice.
Vanstrummer is going to make it back, but it's close. It's spooky. Okay, we have our drill now. Well, welcome to Party House.
That's wild, buddy. Yeah, Vanstrummer now needs to claim 5 squares before Parchment claims 1, which is not easy.
Especially if we are going to Metroidvania, which is
Not quick.
not the fastest.
This is not
I would
Parchment's
say
first
Parchment's
run
the fastest goal.
in Party House, though. They have put like a solid 3 or 4 attempts into this and not gotten close. That's wild, buddy.
That's Gambler this time.
Oh, I wasn't looking at that.
Alright, here's our drill. Just gotta make it back. This
Kind of getting pummeled
is
by
pretty
fish here.
tricky over here, though, yeah. Two fuel tanks to make it all the way back it's going to be close.
Let's hope the swordfish doesn't give him trouble.
He, I think, has room for 1 dash at the swordfish, but otherwise I think he has to be headless.
Ooh,
Yeah, we
nice.
should be okay.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
that's it.
he had another dash or 2 in him, but a hit would have been fatal.
Even risking another one right there. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. So that's 3 upgrades for Porgy.
Yep, that is Metroidvania done. Ooh, Vanstrummer going for the snipe in Party House.
I didn't realize that was all he needed for Metroidvania.
No, we were actually going for hard loop instead. Yeah, we took a good, 3 runs, I think, into Golfaria and kept having really bad luck. But we did get that one eventually. Got 2 bosses and a gift in Vanguard. Got a lot of value out of that. And the, let's see, the multi-mod from Latom Sector. There was a lot of synergy there.
That makes sense. I'll be honest, I'm just looking at the card in earnest now.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of this hard loop square. I don't envy Vanstrummer right now.
I can barely collect 3 crowns, so
I'm okay in the first loop of Ninpek, although I've never actually beaten the boss in it. I've tried hard loop several times when I've been forced to, and it just never works out.
I would simply not be forced into hard loop.
That's definitely the ideal. I like our trouble mitigation for Parchment. This is going pretty well, it would seem. Not a lot of days left, but might still work out. I'm not sure how many star guests they have in their Rolodex.
Yeah,
Ooh, never
I
mind.
think we're, yeah.
Big Bell going for the bingo. Or not. Do you have what it takes to become the Big Bell
Kind of.
champion, Parchment?
Matter at this point.
I mean, they just need to claim any square. Going into slowdown. Earlier they were in slowdown, but did not set their turns to unlimited. Uh? 6? That's a decent compromise, I guess.
Yeah, if you don't keep going as far as to see that unlimited is an available option to you.
They don't want to totally cheese it. They want to have a little bit of struggle, I guess.
I don't think that's cheese. I think anything less than unlimited and you don't win.
Yeah. Going to 6 and then stopping is funny to me. Did they think it was the max?
Potentially. I can imagine that being the case.
It's a weird max number.
And Strummer only getting a handful of coffees there.
Yeah.
Kind of fell off the platform and left a bunch of stuff unclaimable.
Still making okay progress. We're gonna have to play through like almost all of the game at the rate we're going, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is happening for Parchment. Still have like 55 minutes before sudden death, though. There's plenty of time for Vanstrummer just to keep claiming goals if Parchment keeps struggling the way they have been.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not a lost cause yet.
We're now halfway for Vanstrummer.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Vanstrummer was in a very similar situation, but on the opposite side, so he knows how much you can struggle.
Right.
His match with Crumble was like 11-5 or something absurd, and then it got very close.
That's neat. I always like when a match like feels like a conceit, but then you get a comeback. Super exciting. He had a crown there for a second, but did not collect it in time. I really like Vanstrummer's Ninpek gameplay. This is solid. Still have like 10k to go, but this is strong.
Mm-hmm. It's gotten a lot more neat than it was a little bit earlier. We were struggling for lives, and it's still not great. We are still on our last life, but...
Yeah, we're still riding that wire for sure. I'm not sure what the point intervals are in Ninpek that spawn lives, but I think we're hemorrhaging them as we're getting them.
Neither. Interesting that we're not going for the spikes as well, considering that is a major part of scoring.
Mm-hmm. We went for them earlier on in the wave. Might just be being a little bit timid now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's
Ooh,
what's
that was
happening.
sketch. Hopefully we're able to get a good few coffees out of this, though. I don't know. Nah, we're leaving a lot behind. Not sure how completable it is with how little points we
One
have.
coffee.
One
Yeah,
coffee.
I'm unsure either.
Surgeon General's recommended dose.
Knowing the sandwich spawns certainly helps.
Mm-hmm. Parchment's still just struggling away at this. I respect their commitment to this.
I think the points for extra lives in Ninpek might be 3k, 7k, and then every 5k. The aliens might be the death of us here.
Would not be surprised. Yeah, there it is.
Yep. That was close, though.
Yeah, I think
We
just
were
before the boss.
4,200 away.
Going for a second go. Not backing down. Parchment's still not setting their lives to unlimited. I don't think that this goal is winnable the way they're playing it.
Theoretically, you can get very lucky.
Theoretically, but the enemy side of
There's
this
like a
board is
7%.
frightening.
Oh, yes. At this stage, I don't think it is winnable. But there's like a 7% chance that you can just build a conga line in a line that your enemy doesn't adequately cover, and
Right.
just rush it.
Nothing like rolling the dice. Going back into Party House.
Back to Party House.
Parchment not having fun at this point in the game.
Speaking of rolling the dice, yeah. Both players struggling to
Just put
close out
anything on the
matches
board.
so far in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like it can be easy to get 10, but those last 5.
Mm-hmm. They're the goals that no one wants to do. It's definitely still an option for Parchment just to put all their eggs in the big bell race basket and secure the bingo. Taking the death for a sandwich there is unfortunate.
There's our progression in the game level up. I don't know where more of those are. I didn't realize you could shoot the bubbles. I've always tried to dodge them.
I think it's generally a better idea to dodge them. That way you're using your shots on things that'll give you points, but Vanstrummer did get out of a really tight bind there with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a look at this Party House seed we've got. I didn't get a good look at it. We have Wrestlers for Trouble Mitigation, though, which is really good.
I just saw Unicorns and Genies. Both on the expensive side.
Yeah. Not ideal when you're going for this goal. Still really hurting for lives in Ninpek.
Mm-hmm. Think we get another one? Yeah.
More than one coffee. Looking a lot more set up than we were last time we got to this point.
Yeah, we're now halfway through at a much earlier point, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about how cleanly Parchment's able to play this, or Vanstrummer's able to play this, though.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, in both cases.
Yeah, only 9 days left in this, and I'm pretty sure we only have one star guest in our Rolodex.
And a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble.
The purchasing rockers feels
Definitely sketch.
difficult at this point in the game. Yeah. We're able to get money, but we're not able to take advantage of it, etc.,
Yeah,
etc.
we got a huge house, but yeah, going for the reset there.
And the reset.
The pivot into Big Bell, going for
And the
that.
pivot back to Big Bell raise.
Yeah, Parchment definitely just not having fun. I don't think they want to do a single goal on this card. Every single one of them is putting them through the ringer. Playing it very safe in Big Bell. The only, like, thing playing in your favor here is that you only need Gold Disc. Like, you do want to be placing first, but you don't have to place first in every single race. So if it's a better idea for you to lag behind and stay away from the other bells, then that is the best option. Looks like we're going for a lot more of the
Better job
spike blocks.
hunting now.
Yeah.
Seven thousand points away.
Parchment
Parchment's on
frighteningly close.
Yeah,
Had to just
stage
kind of
2
sit
is where
there and
this
let
dies.
everyone pass them. Oh, that's sketch.
Race 2 is so tight.
Mm-hmm. Generally, a lot of the other racers stay grouped together. So, like, if you're taking the shortcut and just staying away from other racers, it can be a little bit nicer.
2,400 points to go for Vanstrummer.
Not bad.
That is a death.
Scary. Missing that sandwich, too.
What was
Wow!
looking very good is now very scary.
These guys drop a lot of points when they're not dropping shurikens, though.
$2,000 to go.
That's so close.
Yeah, if we're dealing with everybody clinically.
Parchment fighting for front, just staying in the middle of this crowd. Nearly kills them, but they survived
We tried to
it.
go for a sandwich and we died for it.
Ooh, Parchment also losing. That sucks.
Pivot is the play.
Both of these players just grinding their teeth
Now
against
into
the
Party
pavement.
House. I will say Party House, I think, is the most achievable goal here.
I think right. Yeah. As long as you have the right
We have
strategy going
climbers
in there.
and we have ballers. If we get enough money, I don't know how.
Resetting.
Not
I like
money
that seed.
Generation. I was gonna say, if we have enough money, we can roll with the climbers and ballers again. We have mascot, which is huge, because that means mascot is all you need. Mascot is so important for this goal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mascot again.
Usually my strategy is have good econ and popularity anyway, and then go for all of your old buddies and rich friends, like at the very end, once you have everything you need.
Typically, you just need an extra 20 popularity. Mascots, though, since, like, they can basically turn all of your old friends into +2, +3, +4, depending on how many of them show up.
Mm-hmm.
They are so valuable in this situation. If you can just fill out your Rolodex with old friends and mascots, you know, you get 4 mascots to show up, and between 1 and 8 old friends, it pays huge dividends.
Making it past level 2.
Mm-hmm. Buying a gambler? That's so scary. I'm afraid we're gonna end up with another situation where we have a big house that we're never filling.
Right. Man, we got enough cash, I think.
We have so much cash.
Yeah, we don't need all the old friends and rich
Just gotta
pals
turn up
in the same house.
the popularity machine up.
Don't know if there's enough score left. Time is definitely working against Vanstrummer at this point. About 40 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, we're going dragons, that's why. Okay, I see. We want all that money for the dragon fee.
Mmm. Ah. Parchment not using the cheese in these levels.
Mm-hmm.
Playing it vegan
Could
for
save a
sure.
life.
I'm liking this party house. I think this run has a lot of potential. Still have 8 days to do it.
Yeah, 8 days to generate effectively 80 popularity.
Yeah, that is very comfortable.
And then we just gotta get lucky at the end, I suppose, because
Yeah,
we
it's-
don't really have any fetching.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we're lacking drivers and magicians.
Alright, so Parchment taking a 3rd place, invalidating the cherry, but keeping the more important part of the run alive. Scary to be buying a ghost at this stage.
Yeah, I don't think we need to be buying anything we don't
Vanstrummer.
need. Going for the sweep there. Still have 5 days to do it. I think if they're rolling well, they can do this. Still getting plenty of income in and expanding our house. So even though we're lacking fetching, we are still like
Just buy
by
all the
rule
old
of big
friends.
numbers.
Not
Did
sure
they not buy
why
all of them?
buying only one old friend and then not the other 3. Okay, if we get 3 cracks at this.
Parchment playing very
No,
strange.
we do not get 3 cracks at this.
Parchment took the wrong way around in this first loop and took a lot of damage doing it. Making it to the checkpoint, though,
He may have
thankfully.
been trying to execute the cheese
I don't think so. I think that they just misread the arrows. They went all the way through the top, then all the way through the bottom, taking the loop and then going through the end. Hopefully, losing all that time isn't going to cost them the gold.
All right, we had 4 cracks at this, but instead we got a ghost and busted out. And now we have 1 crack at this.
Can still boot out to get 2. No? Yeah, it's not happening.
Not happening, no matter what. I don't know why we saved our popularity to get a ghost when money is not an issue.
Right. Parchment very close to a death here. Very scary.
Magicians is really good to have. Bartenders is really good to have.
He doesn't like it.
I don't know why.
Okay, Parchment's still very comfortably in first place by race 7. It's okay that we got, like, 5th place in that last race. Still playing very aggressively, though. That's wild, buddy.
Vanstrummer, you need to just end these parties.
Yeah, that one extra popularity or cash is not gonna.
More important than
We are on.
Possibly be getting.
We are on race 8 for Parchment. This one is a scary one, but we are giving the other racers plenty of time to get ahead before we go.
He can afford to just take it safe.
He can get last place and comfortably get gold. He is miles ahead. I think like 20 points ahead of second.
Yeah, so this is kind of it.
I don't want to jinx anything.
I mean, it's just a matter of survival.
Yeah. This is a pretty chaotic one, though. No matter how far behind you're staying, there's a lot of cross traffic. Playing carefully enough, though. Not too worried about making first, it would seem.
Yeah, the lanes are nice and wide open. Just let everyone by with safe passing distance and, should be all you need.
Yeah, this is looking good. Last lap. Yeah, there it is.
All right, that is the game.
GG.
What?
GG,
oh my
Parchment.
goodness. Okay, I've never done that goal before. Wow, that is a lot of pressure to put on.
It was giving you and Vanstrummer both a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
GG.
GG. Okay,
So,
wow.
I was only here for the last 6 or 7 goals. But a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Parchment, for the tactics goal.
Yep.
If you're already changing the number of turns you have off of the base 2, why stop at 6 when unlimited is an option?
I should have gone to unlimited. I haven't actually done that goal before. I was expecting it to be easier than it was, and I also wasn't 100% certain if you could change settings until like my second attempt on it.
It's very hard if you keep that at 2.
I
actually,
think borderline
no,
impossible.
It's impossible if you keep it at 2.
Okay. Learning a lot about that goal. Okay.
Seeing you change it
play.
from 2 was really exciting, and then seeing you stop at 6 was really upsetting. Because you could have taken it as high as you wanted.
I was playing it like I would in any other tactics goal, which is make as few moves possible, run as fast as possible, and get it done quickly. And I was just not expecting 160 to be that hard.
Both of y'all at the end there seemed just very unhappy with the squares that were left. Everything was giving y'all a lot of trouble.
Well, I'm unhappy about Party House because Party House has not given me trouble before. I've done that before in practice a few times. I've never had this much trouble with that goal.
Yeah, I saw a couple of winning situations from, I think both of you, to be honest, that just didn't go your way.
No.
I have to ask, do none of y'all just buy mascots and then get your old friends early? That makes this so free.
Oh wait, duh. I never
don't
buy
mess-
mascots normally. I wasn't
I didn't know what
considerate.
mascot even did.
Mascots are +1 for each old friend that shows up. So if you just buy out your old friends, so you have 8 of them, each mascot turns them into like a +2, a +3, a +4,
Yep.
up to a +5.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
solid
wasn't
popularity
even-
generator.
Thinking that.
Seeing how close you got to that hard loop goal and losing it made me really sad, Vanstrummer. You did really well on that.
Oh.
Both
21,400 points.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so sad.
Both times Go on, you have
It
the
was
floor.
thrown off in the beginning. Since the very first moment of this match, I was thrown completely for a loop because things like, first of all, I thought for sure the game was going to start with a Nightmare Gold Disc race.
Yeah, I'm
I
shocked
marked
it
like,
didn't.
Oh, I beat him to it.
Oh, I thought it was going to start with a Nightmare Gold Disc race, and I said, okay, I'd prefer not to race that, so I went to Mini and Max.
Well, if I'd have known that, that would have started this off a lot different because I am very confident. I'm not against your Mini and Max skills, but I'm very confident in the Mini and Max one-on-one race.
Yeah, really solid play in the first half of this game, absolutely locking down the board, Parchment. You had all but 2 bingos completely locked away in, I think, 12 minutes. Very efficient, very powerful. Vanstrummer, though, you still played very well, even though you were on the back foot this whole time. I really liked your awareness of bosses that you were going for, keeping your Metroidvania progress in mind. There's a lot of really good Vanger, like general synergies that you had going on.
I really wanted to do Metroidvania. I was looking at all of that Metroidvania synergy, and I really wanted to do that, but I never got around to it, and then I saw you grab the multi-mod, and I'm like, well, there goes that goal. I have no way of catching up at this point.
I started off that Vanger multi-mod goal. I was just gonna, because I was a little bit on the back foot already, and I was gonna go balls to the wall, and I was gonna just do a heat run and just go right for the multi-mod. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's a Metroidvania space on here. I should probably grab the heat mod too.
Oh.
Guys,
So I got sniped so much of the.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Oh,
sniping,
easy.
Parchment. You were, like, just ahead of him so many times.
Oh my goodness.
guys, the C-tier playoffs have really been delivering, and you guys followed that up really, really well. Or at least the semifinals specifically. We had racing bingos between me and Fire Lion. We had a game where Goose got majority, but Aha got a bingo and won.
Oh,
So it was a 12-13 where the 12 won.
Oh my goodness.
that's crazy.
Fantastic. get to watch the end of that. When I saw it, it was I think 11-11.
Oh, I
And-
gotta go back. I missed that one.
And you guys both very nearly taking out like the very hards. It's awesome to see. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
these matches have been so good.
Impact is probably one of my other best games, and I can't believe I was just so thrown off since the beginning. After getting what was it? I got Stein sniped. I got fuel tank sniped because I went. So for some reason, I thought I was the one that marked off fuel tank. So I went back into Porgy to get the 3 abilities. I'm like, why do I only have 1 fuel tank? Like, oh, because I got sniped on it and I didn't return them. I just left.
Right.
Oh.
So I was like, I was wondering why the heck I only had 1 fuel tank. But no, I got sniped on Porgy. Got sniped with 5 gifts working on my 6.
Mm-hmm.
The food rush you got
sniped.
sniped on.
Oh,
The food rush.
we were racing on food.
You were
Yeah.
a good bit ahead, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
didn't start
fumbled
for a
that.
while.
Like there was a point in my mind where I went, okay, next easiest food is a rat heart from Valbrace, and then I took like 5 seconds to go like, wait, no, what am I saying? Why am I going to Valbrace?
I wouldn't
for
eat
this?
a rat heart, to be frank.
But
I don't know if you were consciously racing gifts, Vanstrummer, but you did have 5 of 8 when that one got marked.
it was, yeah. So when they marked the space, I think I had. Oh yeah. I was in the middle of the rush because I started an impact
Right, yeah.
just for the sandwiches. I didn't start hard loot because I don't think you can get the gift when you're in a terminal code, right?
No, you
No,
can't.
you can't.
Yeah, so I started it as a. I started a normal game, got the 3 sandwiches, and I think I was moving on to that was a food item, and then I moved on to something else, and then yeah, I got psyched up.
Yeah. Like, counting them all up. Waldorf's, Porgy, gifts, food, and Seaside were all snipes.
Oh my! And
Forgot
Seaside
about
was
Seaside.
a night. Even after Daff in stage 1.
I for sure when I went to Seaside, I was like, you hadn't marked off a goal in a while, and I'm like, I think, and I know they see it too. I'm like, there's 2 spaces here. I'm like, I have a feeling they're in Seaside, but just in case, I have to go for the 2 spaces.
Mhm.
I
It's a
took
worthy
Daff.
risk.
I lost. I had 1 turret left on the first world boss, and I died.
So then I went, I think, for the other 2 space synergy, which was Campanella.
Yeah, that one I also wanted to go for because you've also got. Well, you had gift synergy in both of them, but yeah.
Gift and boss synergy in Campanella. That was a really
boss,
good play.
Boss synergy. Yeah, that one was nice. Yeah. And then
I
you
will
also
say,
you did snipe me on one of them, which was I really wanted those 2 cherries.
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
I backed that up. I was going to block that bingo. This, even as far behind as I was, I'm still very confident. I took a single death in the Big Bell Race Cherry,
Heartbreaking, by the way.
and yes, 1 single death, and I was on like race 4 or 5 or something. And I'm like, I'm just gonna get the cherry, and I'll go back for Mortal 2. And if I had taken that, I would have felt much better about, and then I maybe would have been more up and peppy about Impact. There's no way I was going to do a tactics use slowdown, so the result would have been the same, but I feel like I would have had 1 or 2 more points at least.
Yep.
The other thing is, so I was looking back at my matches, and this one holds true. And this isn't the end of the season, but this is kind of the end of my season-ish. But we still have the 3rd place match.
Yep. You still got. Yep.
Yeah, we'll be playing.
Back in the history, and this one, and we'll see if maybe Fireline is the person to do it. No one has ever taken a goal before me in any of my matches.
Really? You've been the
Oh.
first goal every single time?
Impressive.
Every single game.
Wow.
Well,
would've-
honestly-
I would have broken your. I would have broken your streak if I hadn't died to the water bear. It cost me like 20 seconds maximum, but that 20 seconds was the difference.
Even if it's a
Yeah.
poor strategic decision, when we play our game, I'm just going to go for the absolute quickest square. I have to break that. That's almost as
Gotta
important
do.
as third. But
'cause
yeah,
that is literally. I was looking back on it. I've also done like. I mean, I didn't get any this time, but I think I've done something like on an average of 0.9 very hard squares per game.
Oh, nice.
There was one I did. It's against Crumble. I did both of them.
wow.
Yeah, that was last week's match, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, GG guys,
And
this
the-
was a
the
really
other-
fun match to watch.
Thank
yes,
you.
and like I said in the beginning, this was fantastic. This was fun. But like I said in the beginning, now if Parchment beats He Who and Fire Lion beats me, we're just gonna end in the placement of our seating.
True.
Well, I would not be opposed to that. So he who?
No,
I will see you
I have
next
an
week.
objection. I have an objection.
Whenever
I shall
y'all
see you
get
next week to resolve that.
whenever y'all get the finals match scheduled, I would absolutely love to cast that. If Vanstrummer and I are both able to cast that, that would just be really lovely.
That would be
Yes.
yeah. And likewise, I believe I would love to cast your third place match.
We're tight in C2. The 6-2
Yes, we
council does not separate.
Nope.
Indeed,
Yeah,
we are.
I wanted to
Speaking of
jump in on
scheduling.
some of these, but I've always, especially the C2 guys, but I've been like, every time something comes up at work or whatever, so like, oh, the match is at like 3, I'm like, well, I can get home at like 1, and then something comes up, I'm like, crap. And then I jump in to watch, or I'm gonna jump in like He Who did in the middle there, and like the match is over. Like, I
Right.
find out
Oh.
He Who's holding 4 squares against Dave or something.
Yeah, that happened. You guys should see how Sleepy mistreated my friend in his first ever bingo match. By the way,
Yeah,
Oh
held
my
3
goodness.
squares and got a bingo in half an hour. Is that what you said?
he held 3 squares and got a bingo in half an hour while setting up a line that forced my friend to block on either rail heist, bring 4 crates intact, which is
Slow.
tricky if you don't have that routed, or
Mhm.
Velgris cherry disc without jump pads or
Oh.
upgrades.
That's
Oh my
so
God.
rude.
So
That's
he had
so-
those 2 options, and the entire time he had no idea that there was an entire other line destroying him.
Sleepy does not fuck
That's
around.
so unbelievably rude. Wow.
I'm
Is that like?
I'm afraid of Sleepy for next league season. I think that's gonna be an exciting one for sure.
You play against Sleepy and you see Mooncat on the board, just don't waste your
Right.
time.
Don't even bother.
Yeah. Well, I
Alright.
mean,
And
Uh,
if Julie comes back, all the fighting games are off the board.
Right.
or Fighting games and Bushido Ball and all that. Like, it's so funny how people have their strengths.
Cherrying Bushido Ball in bingo with Chiome is frightening.
Chiome.
I'm pissing
All time.
myself.
yeah.
All time.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and log
I will
off.
be in your DMs shortly for scheduling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Archer,
log
I'll
off.
have to let you know about tomorrow as well.
Okay.
I'll
yeah.
get back to you.
Let me know if that time still works or if you need anything else. But yes, as I said, I am free basically all day tomorrow. I don't have anything else going on. So let me know what time works for you and we can have Underground rematch.
Yeah. The other games.
Yes, we'll see how that one goes differently.
All right. Well, GG again,
Yes,
you
this
guys.
has been great. This has been great fun. It's been an honor to fight against you. It's been an honor to have you casting for us, both of you.
This is my pleasure.
Yeah, sorry that it wasn't established in advance that I might drop in at the very end, and it caused like a slight hesitation,
Yeah.
Vanstrummer, but
Yeah, I hadn't
So
considered
that
that.
was the so the hesitation was. I know exactly why. I thought you were pinging me on Discord because I kind of forgot about the pause for a few seconds because I went into Porgy, only had the 1 fuel tank, and I'm like, oh shit, did I mark that goal and not actually have it? There's like no way it wouldn't save all 3.
See, when you first sent that question mark,
Oh.
I thought you were like asking if having 3 fuel tanks counted as having 3 abilities, and I was like,
Oh.
No. It was that like I thought that was when I didn't realize that I wasn't the one that marked the 3 fuel tanks.
Hmm.
Uh, and I thought you were like, I thought you were trying to pause or something like that, and I screwed up.
Gotcha.
Well, I will be in touch, Vanstrummer, to schedule 3rd place match, and I'll be watching the channel to see if I can be able to cast Parchment and Hue.
All right.
All right,
See
good
y'all
game again,
around.
y'all. Have a good night.
GG.
GG. Good night.
If you're still here, sorry that the quality of the stream has been bad. I'm only just now seeing that I've been dropping like 50% of my frames. My internet has not been good, I suppose. Let me see who is raidable right now, if someone is. Alright, let's see. Looks like Cuth is live with Hugo versus Keeny Peeny Weeny, so I will go ahead and send us over there. All 4 of you.
It's like nigh unheard of. Could it be any closer? Could it be any closer? Because Keeney has now taken the lead. Oh my god.